Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So this is going to be kind of a offshoot of the Obscure Toy Line series. Now we still have a bunch of toys that I do want to cover. I do want to try and get to 40 episodes for the Obscure Toy Line, but something that I had covered a few episodes ago, I'll put a link in the description. You might see the iCard pop up for it. I talked about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Road Ready Turtles, which included Donatello, Shredder, Splinter, and Leonardo. Now, later on, I think there was an Air Force Raphael that was included, but I have a hard time finding information about him. But a lot of people are asking about the mutation subline, and to me, I was 12 years old in 1993 when this started coming out, so this was starting to begin the tail end of my Ninja Turtle collecting. And these are a few that I have left from my personal collection, as well as a few that I picked up over the years flea marketing. So I will talk about those. People did ask questions about them. Some people never heard about them. A lot of people were, oh, that's so great. I remember having this one or that one. I'd love to hear more about them. So today, to start off, we're going to be talking about the 1993 mutations of Bebop and Rocksteady. These are the only two, well, three that I have of these ones. I remember there was an April O'Neil that transformed into a leopard, I believe, and I think there was a foot soldier that also did a mutation, but these are the two that I remember having as a child. This is my original Rocksteady, who I will not mutate transform anymore just because he's barely holding on. His legs are all cracked up and his arm is pretty much seized up. So these are two that I found I want to say 2 years back at the flea market. So we have Bebop and Rocksteady, and we'll take a closer look at them. Now here we have Bebop. So they were both punk rock characters from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle cartoon series, and then we saw them again in the Michael Bay Transformers Ninja Turtle style, you know, the way he likes to shoot them. But I remember these guys always being the main henchmen, aside from the foot soldiers, of Shredder in the cartoon. And I remember in the first FHE Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon that we got, these were just two random punk guys that I can't remember if they volunteered or they were actually captured by Shredder, and they were mutated with a rhinoceros and a warthog so that they would be super powered and that they could actually fight with the Ninja Turtles. So this toy is cool because you actually get to see what the characters look like in their human form. And something that I want to point out after the transformation, you'll see that his brass knuckles are in his right hand. Your right, my left, and when he transforms, it'll go to his opposite hand. So I thought that was just a little cool nod to the mirroring. I'm also sure that it was probably something to do with the size of the mold for the arm, but it's just cool that it's kind of like a mirrored effect. So to transform them, or mutate them, it's pretty simplistic. You just have to pop their arms out, and it's on a metal peg or swivel that we're gonna turn around. So you got to remember that these toys are from 1993, so they've got some wear, they've had some love. And basically you're just popping up the arm, you swivel them out, and then for the head, you want to push back and pull on the chest, and push on the back, and then the warthog face will pop out, which looks very cool. Like, this brings me back to when I was a kid, like Ninja Turtles, Transformers, G.I. Joe, these were like the greatest toys ever. So I like that we have his shells pop out, the soft plastic, so that they can fold on the inside, and you can see his brass knuckle change to the other side. Now for the rest of the mutation, right down here, his tail pops out. Kind of a weird shadow silhouette you would get from him, but that's where his tail would pop out. And then for extra mutation fighting ability, he would pop out a foot sai and a foot drill. So this is our Bebop transformed, and I gotta say, he looks pretty cool. He's got great weight to him. He matches up to the proper size of the Ninja Turtles. His arms move, and his head, well, this head won't swivel, but his human face would swivel a little bit, and the legs slightly turn, not at the joint, not at the knee, but just underneath the waist, more at the hip. So this is Bebop. Next is our Rocksteady, and his transformation is going to be exactly the same. One cool feature about Rocksteady though, Bebop had the shoulder guards, and his weapons came out of his feet. For Rocksteady, there are no foot weapons, but you get this nice little grenade, and I cannot find on the internet if this is supposed to be out when he's a rhinoceros or when he's a human, but I like to leave it out as he's a human because you'll see something pop out for his legs too. So his grenade will swivel in, and it will go into his thigh. I'm sure he had another one here because you can see the same peg there, but you know, I guess over the years this guy lost it. So same transformation. And you'll also notice he has the mirror effect too. His taped hand will go from left to right. And then both of my Rocksteadies are very bad with their chests. They will pop off. I don't know if it was just the two that I have or if this was a problem with the Rocksteady. Oh, let me pop that back out there. His chest and his back. And you'll see there's a nice little alcove, a little hole here. It's a little difficult to pop these out, but they're soft plastic. I have to get a pinky in there and pop these out, making me look like I can't mutate my Rocksteady. And we will pop these out. Okay. So you can see his back too has popped off. I don't know if it was him because of the larger rhinoceros snout, if it was just that much harder to swing the chest cavity open, but both of my Rocksteadies, the chest falls off when you try to mutate them. So here is our Rocksteady. Very cool. Again, his head will turn. You know, I got arm swivel at the shoulder, legs turn a little bit at the waist, and then his turtle shell pads will come out and they'll hang off his belt. And again, I wouldn't say the grenade comes out in the mutated mode just because the grenade would be sticking out and then you would have this turtle flap sticking up. So these are two of the many subsets of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle line. These are from 1993, ones that I had as a child, and these are part of the obscure toy line sub-series. So let me know if you found this video interesting. Did you have these guys? Who was your favorite Ninja Turtle when you were a kid? And would you like to see the rest of the mutations? We have the Road Ready mutations, the Race Car Donatello, the Underground Tunneling Shredder, the Ninja Turtle Party Wagon Splinter, which I think in vehicle mode is my favorite, as well as the Firefighting Engine Leonardo. And I also have these two guys that were from 1998, I believe. These are just transforming Ninja Turtles. You go from your standard Ninja Turtle, they go into the Mutagen or the Ooze, and you get your Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Let me know if you want me to continue to talk about some obscure, well, sort of obscure toy lines that we've covered in the series that I actually own and I have in the game room. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next week.